Okay guys, so you see I got holes drilled for this top piece, or replacement piece. I got some sheet metal screws, drilled some holes and zipped it down in there with some sheet metal screws. Now I've marked, I just took a zip tie, big zip tie, laid it out to give me my marks on where to cut. So I have my skepticism as to whether this is going to work, mainly because of these little gaps, but I'm hoping that as long as the gap this way is good, that I can massage, you know, the metal to get it smooth that way. So we'll see if this works. This is the first time I've done it this way, because this is the first time I'm not doing a whole pan. We'll see. We'll bring you back when we got more to show. Okay guys, so we got it cut out. I started with this cutoff wheel. It's the, what was it, 3/64? Yeah, 3/64 on the cutoff tool. The issue is this setup really wants the slightly thicker blade, which is the 1/16, I think. So what happens is this doesn't clamp down tight enough, and this will stop. It'll get caught, and then you can see I can spin it the opposite direction without spinning it. You can kind of hear it maybe. It wants to spin and not bind. I can't get that thing tight enough to clamp it down. So it wants something that's slightly thicker so it can clamp better. So I had to go to this, just a normal, can't remember what these are called. You know, just a screw and a chuck. No, that's not what it's called. Anyway, I set it up on one of these and did the cutting, and it worked really, really well. Except for I'm in the same boat that I'm always in, where actually these gaps back here, all this stuff looks really good. All that will be able to be, and you know, of course these cuts were, you know, I'm up and down. It's this cut where I'm at an angle, and I tried to get it parallel or perpendicular to that angle, but I messed it up, obviously. So now I got a slight gap there, so I'm gonna have to build that gap up to close it up a little bit more. But other than that, the technique worked pretty well. It doesn't work over curves. As you can see, you got compound where it slopes up. It gave me an issue. I kind of massaged that corner back there to mate up with the curvature of that, which it looks really good. This one, you can see, is off just a little bit. I was hitting it when I shouldn't have been. It got off, so I had to massage that back into place. Other than that, everything looks good. I gotta do some piece repair back there as well. But yeah, I should be able to weld this in pretty quickly. All right, we'll bring you back. Okay guys, so I got this edge extended up just a little bit. It's probably just a little bit too long right at the moment, but I'm good with that. I've welded. This side was just a little bit up off of that frame rail. The frame rail runs right there. It had kind of popped up. So I put a couple tack welds in there just to hold it down in place. All these gaps look really good. This one's the biggest one, but I'm okay with that because that's over the top of the frame rail. And then if you look back here, I've got these according to that thing, just sliding that in and out along the edge there. It all looks really, really good. Where'd it go? There it is. And so you see I got a magnet on the bottom side to hold it level, and then it gets a little off along this edge, but I'll fix that as I'm going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it over here, because all this is smooth. I'll have to work my way along slowly. I'm a little worried about this right in here. You can see there's some stuff that was pitting. I'm worried about blowouts there, but I should be able to get it tacked right there. And then what I want to do is I want to work this way along that edge, because if you see, this is the existing panel. It kind of slopes down and then goes flat. And right now this one doesn't do it. I think I alluded to that in an earlier video. So as I go, I'm going to have to put these little things between there and then pull this down, which will pull that edge that way slightly. So I don't want to tack over here, because then it gives the metal no place to go. So I need to work my way this way. Make sure all that edge is level before I get over here. So that's the plan. I will bring you back when I have more progress. Alright guys, so got a little bit further than I anticipated. I anticipated on just tack welding this in today, but got some more time than I thought, so just kept going. And this was a very, very slow process. It took much longer than I usually do. And I just worked it very, very, very slowly. And like I said earlier, I started there, worked down that edge, tacked that edge, and then finally worked this edge. And I did use the Dremel, and show you when I was using Dremel. Easy blade, easy lock cutting kit, and this was really good for doing kind of a final gap when they got too tight. They just slap right on there real quickly, pull that back and it comes off. But it works really well when you got the tight area and you don't want to open it up a whole bunch. And if you look, I mean, these gaps are pretty dang good, and they're filling in with welds very well when I go back on. This one's a little wide by design because it pulled it that way, and so this one did open up a little bit more. So I am using a little bit of the welding wiring here. I know I said not to do that anymore like I did over there, but I think it's much better than over there, because here I'm over the top of the frame rail, and I kind of just I'm welding everything down to the frame rail, so it's making a nice filler there, and I'll be able to grind all that stuff out. But yeah, it looks really well so far. All right, so that's as far as we've gotten right now. We'll bring you back.